We're following new developments in the train derailment and toxic chemical spill in Ohio. The National Transportation Safety Board confirms it will release its preliminary report tomorrow, nearly 3 weeks after the wreck. That will coincide with a visit by the Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg to the area. CNN's Miguel Marquez has more on this unfolding disaster and the urgent health concerns.
A massive effort underway to clean up creeks and water flowing in and around East Palestine, Ohio.
It is decimating our businesses.
It's dirty, difficult, and slow-going work. For those living here, building trust that the water and air is safe, as slow-going is the cleanup itself.
It took, I think, Norfolk Southern 3 days, 4 days, for us to get a partial list. Vinyl chloride, butyl acrylate, and benzene residue, and combustible liquids. What the hell are combustible liquids? You know, it could be anything.
The makings of this disaster appears to have started somewhere between Alliance, Ohio, and the derailment in East Palestine. Surveillance video of the train in Alliance shows no signs of sparks coming from its wheels. There is a detector in Sebring, Ohio, that would indicate overheat, a so-called hot box detector. It's unclear if it detected any overheat, but in Salem, Ohio, just 13 miles further along, surveillance video clearly shows sparks and bright lights coming from under a rail car at about the halfway point of the train. There is another hot box detector just down the track from where the surveillance video was taken, but it's not clear if it detected an overheat either. If it did, both the conductor and dispatcher would have been alerted to a heating issue. The NTSB said shortly before the derailment, a wayside defect detector alerted the crew to a mechanical issue. CNN estimates, based on the timestamps of the surveillance videos and distances between towns the train would have been traveling, an average of 49 miles per hour between Alliance and Salem, Ohio, then slowed to an average of 29 miles per hour between Salem and East Palestine. Still not clear why it slowed. The derailment occurred around 8:55 p.m., shortly after the train passed Market Street in downtown East Palestine. The EPA now ordering Norfolk Southern to pay for and clean up the entire disaster zone.
They have to put together a work plan that's going to be very prescriptive in terms of all of the cleanup, how they will do it, and the radius of that cleanup. They also have to explain to us, how they'll pay for it.
All of this as former President Trump visits East Palestine, an area of Ohio where he still enjoys enormous support.
The community has shown the tough and resilient heart of America, and that's what it is. This is really America right here.
Now, I want to show you how difficult it is to clean up this mess. This is just one location where they are treating water that is contaminated. They aerate it. Those white buoys you see there, those are filters that pick up that toxic sludge that comes through. They are doing this throughout the area, and all organizations now saying that they will be here not for months, but for years. Wolf.
Miguel Marquez on the scene for us. Thank you very much. And this note, stay with CNN later tonight for a town hall on the toxic train disaster hosted by our own Jake Tapper. Ohio residents will speak out and try to get answers from top officials. It all begins tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. Let's bring in CNN political director David Chalian and CNN national correspondent Kristen Holmes. Kristen, you've been following Trump's visit to Ohio today, where he was very critical of President Biden. I want you and all of our viewers to listen to something else he said. Listen to this.
I sincerely hope that when your representatives and all of the politicians get here, including Biden, they get back from touring Ukraine, that he's got some money left over.
So, Kristen, is that message playing well? I assume it is with his base out there.
Well, it absolutely is. I mean, we'd already heard from the mayor, that man that was standing right behind Trump in that clip you just played, who spoke on Fox News. He's a Trump supporter, and he basically lashed out at Biden for going to Ukraine, for spending money in Ukraine, when he said, this again is the mayor of East Palestine, said that they still needed help on the ground there, that Biden hadn't been on the ground there. And this is really part of what Trump's advisors were hoping to accomplish with this trip, to contrast former President Trump and President Biden and really highlight Trump's America First agenda that he has routinely pushed. The other thing to point out here is that we know from advisors that conservative commentators and conservative influencers have been calling on Trump for weeks to make this trip to Ohio. They believe that this was an area that was full of Trump supporters, that he could actually make it there, he could make an impact there by visiting. And it was clear today that that is accurate, that was one of the things they tried to prove. The other thing I want to just point out here that advisors had tried to accomplish and hoped to accomplish was to make Trump look presidential in this moment. And this trip really did mimic a White House disaster trip. He visited a site. He was flanked by local officials. So those were the two political things that they were trying to achieve with this trip.
And David, I'm curious what you think, politically speaking, should President Biden go to East Palestine now?
Oh, listen, I'm not in the business of advising President Biden, but I'll say I'll be shocked if he doesn't show up there at some point. There's a long tradition of presidents going to high-profile disaster sites. This president is well known for his empathy and trying to give voice to those that are afflicted by something like this tragedy in Ohio and the comfort of a nation. That goes sort of across parties here. Listen, Joe Biden may do that, and it would be irrespective of the politics. I don't know if Donald Trump would have made this trip if it weren't in as friendly Trump territory. I mean, this was the way Trump likes it, right? A resounding welcome for him. He's extraordinarily popular there. Kristen noted that his advisors are eager to make him look presidential. It just reminds you of the unprecedented nature of the Trump candidacy. He was president, so he actually has been presidential, if you will, with the trappings of the office and all of it before for the country to see. The fact that his advisors think they need to recreate that image for Republican primary voters is interesting insight into where they think things stand.